much. The cycle never stops. We need a daily dose of encouragement. Now we need a daily dose of feedback to improve on our speaking. Rose Kianduma, you took 6 minutes, 4 seconds. This was within the allotted time for your speech. I'll begin with what I loved about your speech. Firstly, your introduction. You began by stating an audit meeting scenario whereby you were ambushed by a group of auditors rather. This was very much relatable to myself, and being on the other end, I can tell you it's not a good feeling. I love that introduction. You delve right into the body, and you mentioned your 3 dominant styles. Each style you mentioned and gave an example. Like for example, when you mentioned your 3rd leadership style, which was the democratic leadership style, that enables you to let people around you build trust, and this improves on the team building aspects. That was very well said. You used a very simple language. It was easy to follow and it was easy to understand. Your body language and gestures were very well exemplified. For example, your use of hands was very well used. Your camera was well positioned. Your lighting, superb. You appeared at ease with the audience tonight. This was demonstrated by use of questions that were well. Unfortunately, due to Zoom, you could not pick on someone to answer, but I love the use of questions. Your conclusion was equally captivating. You finished with a call to action, or when you said, what kind of leader do you choose to be? I felt that to be very impactful. I'll move on to areas you can try and improve on, but you're already a good speaker. Firstly, and you had asked me to look out for this, is your tone of the pace of your speech. Having had the pleasure of listening to you before, I can say that now I find that you've reduced the pace, which is very good, but still there's room for improvement. So what can I offer to you, Rose? Take pauses in between sentences. There's a sentence you mentioned, and I'll try and read it through. You said, when giving the example under democratic leadership style, say, this is a style that I've encountered with my head of department. It enabled me. So before giving us the next example, just pause. This is a style I've encountered with my head of department. Pause. It has enabled me. So such short pauses will enable the audience to follow through easily as you give more examples. The last area of improvement will be the speech title. Being that this was a direct speech on your leadership style, I think it should not have taken the audience too long for us to realize what the speech was all about. I'd recommend a simple title. Simplicity is the king. For example, The Leader I Am, because we're talking about your leadership style. In conclusion, I loved your introduction, body, simple language, and use of questions in the conclusion. Challenge yourself to improve on your pacing and look more into the title. Thank you very much, and I'll hand it over back to the GE.